Best advice to the new generation. I can't wait for the newer generation to come because you're a mess. No, I'm joking. Well, I'm not really joking. You are a mess, but sorry, guys. Stick to the seniors. Stop running your mouth and pretending that you know everything. God, I hate that. Don't talk about everything and nobody cares about your opinion, you old new generation people. Okay, you're new, you're inexperienced, you're just hot-headed, you think you figured out the word. You haven't figured out anything. Okay, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, al-barakatu ma'a akabirikum. The barakah, the blessing, is with your seniors, the ones who know. Yeah, the scholars. Go back to the scholars, go back to the people of knowledge. So they teach you a little bit of wisdom, they teach you a little bit of discipline, some manners. Yeah, it's a general advice. Yeah.
Now, honestly, I have a lot of criticism towards the short made by Sheikh Fariz. Now, I know pretty much everyone here is already getting mad at me just by the one statement that I made, because all of you guys, let's be real, you practice shirk. These online Muslim speakers who have a beard and they wear the white outfit, for you, they are like they are your father figures. And I know this because you literally say this to me on Instagram. And I can see why this is happening, because most of you guys never had like a strong moral like male figure in your household, so you cling on to the first thing you see online. Essentially, this is an argument we hear over and over. Listen to your parents, listen to your parents. It's a Muslim thing, let's be real. But should you really listen to your parents? Should you listen to them when they tell you you can't get married until you finish like 4 years of bachelor's degree, and then you finish like 10 years of master's degree? Should you listen to them? Should you listen to them when they tell you to save up your money for your whole life and invest everything into mortgage and pay a riba for the rest of your life? I know Muslim men personally who, just by listening to their parents, now they're going to be broke in this life, they're going to be unhappy, and they are full of sin. I know Muslim men whose parents discourage them from praying, and Muslim women who they don't allow them to wear a hijab because they think it's like they associate it with their home country and they don't like that. Tell me, should you still listen to them? I want this guy to tell me. Now, he obviously mentioned the verse, right, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The blessings are with the elders. Just because blessings are with them doesn't mean we have to obey them for our entire life. It never says you have to obey your parents anyway. This is actually a lot bigger problem than you might think. I believe this is one of the core reasons for why we are so far behind in terms of innovation and technology as Muslims, and that's why some of the Muslim countries are a bit poorer. The funny thing is, people have been saying this exact statement again and again for like as far as we can trace back, like 2,000 years before Christ. We have records of people saying the new generation has no respect for the elders. Instead of exercising, all they do is they talk and they try to show off. It's over for the new generation. They have no respect for the elders. And these are texts written like a long time ago, right? Like our ancestors of our ancestors. And every single generation says this exact same thing about the new one. They're like, oh, that they have no respect, they don't know hard work, we are better than them. And what they try to do is they try to hold the new generation back. Now, the way it's supposed to work is they give their own value from what they've been through in their life, and then the new generation implements it, but then they move forward with the new way. That's how it works. The problem is, in the Muslim communities, we let them control us. Why? Because they use Islam. We all Muslims, alhamdulillah, so we follow Islam. So they tell us that Islam says you have to respect your parents, so you have to do what we say for the rest of your life. And people really believe this. If you read the Quran and the Sunnah, if you listen to the stories of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his disciples, like this, you're gonna realize that this is not a good strategy for a man. Like, if you're a man who does that, you're just going to be like, let's be real, like bad man, bad human being. I'm not saying you'll do anything bad, But just by not doing anything with your life and staying home and not being a warrior for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hear a lot of people complain to me from like the older generation about making these videos. Oh, why are you online talking? That's such a stupid thing. And a lot of Muslims agree with it. They're like, yes, talking online is a stupid thing, it's haram. Blah, blah, blah. But just think about this, right? I'm out here talking to like hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Probably hundreds, but I'm giving knowledge and dawah and motivation to all those people. Like maybe not so much on this video, but on my videos where I talk about the importance of praying, I talk about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved me from my hardest times. I'm reaching so many people and spreading dawah. So why would you say it's a bad thing? The only reason they associate like me making this video with being like a bad person is because they have this idea that the new generation is bad, period. They don't care about anything else. It's just a psychological thing. Now, I'm sure that maybe, like 50 years from now, there'll be kids and they'll be telling me making Islamic videos on the internet is really stupid. You shouldn't be talking about your motivation. You shouldn't be teaching people. And I will be like, wow, that's the dumbest statement I've ever heard. This new generation is stupid. Making content is the best way to help the community. And they're like, no, that's actually not true. And maybe I'll be mad at them. But because I'm a genius, I'll understand. I'll be like, okay, this is the new generation. So there are things here that I don't understand. But then people like this, Fariz, I'll just be honest, they're not very like emotionally intelligent. I know how much it's gonna piss you off just because anyone who wears the white outfit for you is like automatically right about everything. All in all, the whole point of this video is to encourage you to start innovating for yourself. I want you to think about ways how you can benefit the ummah. And I'm assuming if this video showed up for you, then you're probably quite a virtuous person deep down because you watch videos like this. You're interested in deen and you're interested in self-improvement. What can be better? Your family, they had a very, very different life from you. The way they interacted with women as men, for example, it was way different. All they had to do was work and provide for them and just, come home and just have a chat with them and everybody would love them. Because at the time, that's what was important. Nowadays, if you try to be like that, you're going to get divorced and you're going to be paying alimony for the rest of your life. Or you'll be coming home to a family who doesn't want to talk to you. They get awkward around you. Because nowadays, everything's more about emotions. And I'm not saying that we have to go liberal and emotions, mental health. I'm not saying that. But now you have to appeal to people's emotions as even more importantly than their physical needs. One area where this mentality has been detrimental in is marriages. 50% of Muslims who get married in the West get divorced very quickly. Very quickly. I made many videos on this topic. And the ones who do stay together are usually together because of family and they don't have a very good relationship. You know why? Because the parents don't teach or show you how to be charismatic towards each other, how to charm each other. You probably never heard these things before, have you? What kind of a Muslim father reads books on psychology and charisma so he can appeal to his family? I will. That's me. And very few other Muslims, like some of the people that I've taught, I had consultations with. That's it. So if you want to save yourself from a lifetime of failure, the number one thing you need to develop is charisma. Just no doubt about it. Because this is the area where you never developed it. And you've never seen men display charismatic traits around you. So it's not something that exists in your mind, whereas it's the most important skill in the world today. So if this video, if you found this video a little bit touching, if you thought it was some good points, the first link down below in the description. Also, as I said in the beginning, if you agree with this message, subscribe to my channel. You owe me one of those. Give me a like. If you got anything hateful to say, I'm open to your comments. Go down in the comments and tell me something about my hair. Recently got a new haircut, my eyebrows, my background, just whatever. And for those of you who are based, who are true Muslims, if you haven't done your prayer yet, go do it right now. Inshallah.